Yeah.
Yes, we are. Hopefully all the
Fully
audio's
alive.
working there. Someone will surely test it for us.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's working.
it won't be me.
It won't be you.
It will not. He. I lazy. Sorry,
Wow.
we
Hey,
start
nah,
late.
you doing what you gotta do, dude.
Yeah.
I do. That's
If
why I was
only-
laughing earlier at one of our clips that I was like, what the hell is this? And then I watched it and it's like, oh, this was really funny.
What,
But
what
Which
was
anyway.
it?
one?
It was the one for Dr. Decker just called Look at This Photograph. And I was like,
Oh.
what? I was like, what's this? And then I clicked on it and I was like, oh, well, I guess I should have seen that coming. But
I remember exactly what that is.
I don't know what I was expecting, but you know, after the day I've had, not shocked. Genuinely
Aw.
not shocked. I have been like full on brain dead, brain rot. The first the first like 30 minutes or 3 hours of my workday, or not the first 3 hours, but like from 8 to 12 p.m. I was in a meeting
Okay.
with the most riveting content.
Okay.
Fraud versus
hard.
non-fraud. And I got to listen to a bunch of people debate it for 3 hours. And oh boy, never did I think that I could have a headache from that when I already woke up with one. And I was like, wow, is this a migraine? So I thought I was dying and had a brain cancer, but I didn't.
I probably would
Spoiler
have
alert.
cried.
Don't go
Oh.
on WebMD.
I didn't. I was just like, wow, I hear my spinal fluid again. I wonder if I'm dying when I know it's my spinal fluid. But I digress. We're here at Dungeons and Dragons with our fellow group after a nice break. Hi, we're back. Who wants to recap everything we did last time? Because it was eventful.
Read the
Da, 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 da,
classes.
da.
Part of that silence.
Hi, I do notes.
The one who actually said they were looking through the notes.
Yes, to be fair, I was also doing other things that were related to this session. Anyways, we started off with Sachi and Silas going to bed. Lyric and Stocking went to the showers, where Lyric decided he would become awkwardly slow to check out Stocking's backside.
I like how
the lovely,
that's what you put in the notes.
the lovely quote, "You can't be everyone's flavor of pudding," came up. We all fell asleep soundly. Lyric had an issue reading the clock in the morning to know to get up. We met our teachers, our strength teacher, who is a half orc, Max Strong. Dex
It was
teacher is
awesome.
a little halfling woman. Ella Grace, intelligence teacher, is a female gnome. Lyra Nexus. Charisma teacher is a female satyr. Cena Charm. Con teacher is a very tall Goliath man, Cade Stone. I wrote down who was in which class just in case. Da 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 da. I'm not gonna go over every single class and who was in it. I have it here. Wade attempted to take notes during hacking intelligence class, but it just wasn't clicking for him. I have in here Spears was very heavily taking notes and was doing so throughout the lunch break. Connor mentioned
Yours
he's
seems like he'd be a threat.
classes. Yeah. We got it brought up that Stocking was originally in the army and was put in jail for deserting, purpose of which was classified.
Sorry, this is really uncomfortable for a whole class.
Yup. Oh, I was getting there. I'm pretty sure that was after lunch that started. I could be wrong on that. Nope, that was at 10 o'clock, second class.
Yeah, I was about to say, during lunch,
Hashtag triggers. Yep.
yeah, during lunch, Lyric was trying to get you to eat because you were already
Yeah.
like, oh,
And now,
you
yeah.
could.
There was lovely comments on Sachi's type. Silith mentioned that type is probably dead. Especially because she does not seem to miss her husband all that much, because husband has Ghost of Barbados with him, who sells stuff that she cannot talk about. I'm assuming that is husbando. Classes. con class. We get a first aid kit in con class. We will be watching Kate as he treats patients. There's specialty staff for mental illness, just in case. Team 18 has their own medical staff, so we don't have to deal with a-hole
Gotcha.
Tasha ever again. Had a slight conversation about egg gene and something went wrong with it. And we are currently at dinner time where Silith is still not eating. And I think that was really about it.
All
Yep.
the
You
Well-
guys?
Yeah, that was for the most part.
all the instructors are named for what they teach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all like that shit, don't ya?
And we were not able to see any part of our friend Genome.
No,
Nope.
you did not
Not
see
yet.
the elusive Gino.
And there
Nope.
I'm also
was
I
no
do know
wisdom
Lyric
sure we
is
got a
class.
little bit of
good enough.
lore. Oh yeah. I asked one of the teachers if they were married, and I got called racist.
Yeah, you did.
And also, we learned, I can't remember if it was last stream or the stream before, but we learned a little bit of foreshadowing that Lyric's probably going to have a bad time with, hold on one second.
Our
Not
commander.
Alera, but the other person whose name I unfortunately did not get down. But the guy who's really just bummed and married recently.
Mhm.
QR?
Yeah, Quar.
RQ.
Yo,
I'm
You are good.
blame dyslexia. I blame
um,
dyslexia.
You gotta get that bubble font from Silent Hill 2 remake. It'll help.
I need the dyslexia font. I know. Every letter is its own shape, so I can't get it confused. Honestly, like I'm kind of mad that this time around my textbook does not allow me to change the font size.
the guy, but yeah, we were told that apparently someone flipped him off and he gave them like hell for a good while, and that was literally Lyric's first action towards him was to flip him off.
Yeah.
Lyric.
Yep.
What a dumb.
So that was your guys' first day of school. Yay.
Yay,
Very
being
silly.
triggered.
Yep.
Uh,
Typical first day of school, getting some nice trauma bonds.
Yeah.
You know, whatnot. And ultimately, you finish your Monday, and as you guys eat dinner, you all head back to the room where it's just kind of winding down. You notice that Spears is not in here currently, but everyone else seems to be in here.
Your Lyric, where's your boy?
my boy, I have a boy. I thought everyone was platonic.
That was out of character, my guy. But yes, Spears.
Oh.
Yes, your
Hey, photos have been updated where Spears got a shower.
boy.
So that was out of character. Okay. Should
That's
I still
okay. You
respond?
do with that what you want. You do what you want.
All right.
Here, Zero.
Well,
Lyric, do you know what happened to Spears? It seems like you were always
is everyone just
weirdly
chilling in the
attached
public
to him.
area of the rooms, or are we all splitting for the evening?
Ooh.
I was gonna answer Stucky.
We'll say you all
Um,
are here right now.
Okay.
Oh well, stuck in. Actually, to be honest, I can't remember if him and I had a class together. I haven't really gotten to see him much since we got back from the prison, or here from the prison.
He did seem a little martyr, I guess. No offense.
Wade sits there twirling a pencil. Just like, wow.
Have you seen Spears, Wade? His spear. His actual name is Spears.
Think he went off down a hallway somewhere.
He's probably just doing spear stuff. He's usually doing spear stuff.
I mean, he seems
God.
pretty into taking notes, so he might be studying more. That
Sounds
would
like
make
him.
sense.
Knowing him by the end of the week, he'll know everything. In prison.
I'm sorry,
Wait,
you
not
walked
prison.
into your room when
Space.
you said that. I couldn't hear you. Wade exclaims. Can you say that again?
I walked into my room. Hello?
Yeah, your audio like
Like cut for a second.
it like cut like you had walked into a different room.
Oh, sorry. I think I nicked it with my hair. I just put my hair up really quick. I'm using my backup headphones because my other ones kept desyncing with each other.
Oh, how precious. But yeah,
well-
no.
Well, Spears is. That sounds like Spears. He's usually pretty good about knowing everything. I'm sure he'll know everything about everyone in this space by the time the week is over.
Mm. I think I did really bad at class today.
Why
And
don't
it was
you
only
tell
the introduction.
Oh. Well, maybe that's why you
What about
did bad.
Sashi? How'd she do?
I did great. Sorry. I did great.
You doing okay there? You got a little bit of a deeper voice there for a second.
I'm practicing my ventriloquism.
That was the class you did the
No.
best in.
That was the class I did the best in. Or so I'm told.
Ventriloquism class? Wait,
Say
what's
it.
ventriloquism?
Yeah.
You guys hear a voice from somewhere?
No.
I hear a voice from your mouth.
You told me you do not like me when I speak in your mind, so not it.
Not
However, if you have a second, Saki, and I wouldn't mind talking to you in private.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
Sakine just kind of looks at Silas and he goes, "You promise I get. Fine. I'll trust you once. We'll see how it goes from there."
I mean, I can talk to you in your room if you'd prefer not to talk in the mind.
I would prefer not to talk in the mind.
Okay. I kind of figured as much. Here,
He's
just...
literally never responded to me.
Doop.
Do you give me a reason to respond to you, Lyric?
Lyric just kind of like turns around with his arms crossed, kind of pouting. I try.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess
Yeah, I'll
Silas
just...
and I go to another room.
Your
Mhm.
room, my room, whichever doesn't bother me.
I don't care
Is this
one
still
way or the
about
other.
talking?
Hmm?
Is this still
What?
about just talking?
Yeah.
If you're taking the
Oh
two
yeah,
rooms,
she's a platonic person. Oh, what was the word she used for it?
romantic.
Syllabus.
Celibate.
She's a syllabus.
Celibate.
Oh,
Celibate.
syllabus.
Yeah, that.
Syllabus.
In the jet
Lyric.
there.
Silas, I think maybe you should teach Lyric how to read. Maybe that dictionary would be a good start.
I kind of planned on it, but today was just a whirlwind of emotions for me, and you said something that I guess how do I put this? Why would someone choose death?
Are we
or...
in another room or are we
I would
still
assume
with...
so by now. Yeah.
Yes.
I wouldn't
Okay.
be saying this unless we weren't. Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought. I just wanted to be sure.
All good. Why would someone choose death or imprisonment over rejoining the military? You don't have to give me specifics. I'm just hoping it'll help me understand my mother's choices.
Death or imprisonment over joining the military?
Well, being redrafted, shall we say.
Well, I guess... You've seen... Or have you heard... No. That lyric... Fuck. Stakine is just kind of fumbling over his words a lot because he truly doesn't know how to respond in the best way. So he's just like, well, okay. Why why do you want to know? I mean, I guess to further elaborate, there's a lot of reasons why someone would choose death. Because in a way, a military sentence is kind of like death, the way they would use certain people.
Let's just say my mother was in a very similar situation as us. And after the first round, she came out of it with a severe drug problem. And when she got the notice that she was going to be redrafted, she chose death instead.
I
And
see.
she's never talked about a lot of her experiences except for small little happy moments with her comrades.
Unfortunately, I would have to agree with her. Those would be the only moments that really stand out. As good, I guess. Sorry your mother chose that. I'm sure it was very traumatic for you. I don't know what to say. And if Stakeen, I'm assuming Stakeen sat a little further away from Silith. He kind of goes up, pats her on the head, and then sits back down. He's still very awkward. And he just kind of rubs his temples a little bit and he goes, there's a lot of rumors in the military, or I guess what one would in Stakeen. Can I do a perception or a search or something for cameras?
Yeah, go for it.
Would it be perception
Yeah, we'll just do it as that.
or investigate?
Whichever you want to do.
Investigate.
Ooh. So you have a good feeling that there's probably a camera in here, but you cannot find it.
I mean, if you would prefer, we do not have to talk out loud. I just know that is not normally your preference.
If this is how we're going to do it, then yes. If this is what the conversation is going to be about, then I think it'd be best to talk within each other's minds. Just don't dig.
That's not something I can even do.
Well, I guess that's good to know.
And then I will set up the mind link, give access to speak back. Okay, no one should be able to hear us now.
Okay. I guess the best way to describe this is that the rumors you hear about the military aren't exactly all rumors. Depending on what you hear, rather, I don't know who would have leaked any of this information outside of the brass wanting the public to know what they want people to know. There's a lot going on here that has gotten out somehow. And there's a lot of things here that I'm sure your mother didn't enjoy. I know I didn't.
I mean, I'm also not from here, so it was a different military, so it may not be the same type of classified. She came back with implants of dead people, and I know that really bothered her, and very much government experiment sort of deal.
Yes, government experiments are definitely common here as well. I don't know how much more you want to know than that, but there's a lot here. I would suggest being very, very wary with what they tell you and where they tell you to go.
I mean, yeah.
Granted, I also was not in this particular jurisdiction, but it wouldn't surprise me if they did a lot of the same things.
I mean, I understand every military is working for their own edge. That's for sure. And I know at the time my mother was also seen as, shall we say, disposable. But it's just not in our culture to choose death over things. Suicide is very looked down upon in our culture, so I don't understand what could be so bad that that is the only logical choice.
Well, we're all disposable to the military when you think about it. We all fight for their supposed greater good. And unfortunately, the military expansion or wish to expand tends to outshine the greater good for all of humanity. And that is something every military has in common. But I think, unfortunately, your mother, whatever her reasoning was, I'm sure being embodied with dead people is definitely not something she'd want to have more experiments on. I'm sorry you have to go through that.
Just a lot of things reminding me of a past that I wanted to keep buried.
You and me both. You and me both. But they say it always draws you back in, right?
Something like that. Alright,
Hey.
well, I think I'm gonna go run, see if I can clear my head.
Yes, I guess if you need to talk any more, I don't know how often they'll let us do things like this, individually or separately from a watch, but I can try to be here if you need answers, or I can try to answer things for you as best I can.
I appreciate that.
Of course.
Have a good night, and she'll just go ahead and start walking towards the gym.
Alrighty, you all exit, and then immediately you just kind of walk by everyone, and you're like, gym time. So,
Gym bros.
Everyone's at the gym tonight!
oh, that's right.
Oh, I thought we were still in the dining hall.
You guys been in your room for a while. I just forgot to delete everyone out of here. But I'll get Sandra back in there.
I
Yep,
got
okay.
me.
Alrighty, so those two have their moment. What would everyone else like to do that was out there? Good old Sanchi, Lyric, Wade, and Connor currently.
Is there anybody around that's not like from our group, like people that just work around here?
You could definitely go out and explore. You're not like trapped in there. It's kind of
Alright.
as a safe space, so you could definitely go wander around if you wanted.
It seemed like
Lyrics
we, as
gonna
the
try
new
to
people,
find-
had our own term. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Vic's gonna try to go find Alara's office.
Mm. Okay. All right.
What for?
So, sounds good.
A little romance.
Alrighty, so you're going to Alara's office. Alright, Sanchi, where are you going? Because you see Wade and Connor just kind of like look at each other and you know what's up. So they go to their bedroom. And they just leave.
I'm gonna go
And
get.
then,
I'm gonna go get like some alcohol and find Spears and offer him a drink.
alright.
Wait, there's
so you
alcohol
go-
here?
No.
Okay,
It's
okay.
not.
Some fruit juice.
Alright, so you're heading to the cafeteria.
Yes.
Alrighty. So we will.
Closest thing to alcohol.
And
Tea.
Stakeen,
Some
where are you
tea.
going?
How about tea?
At I guess I follow. Seeing as how I haven't hit the gym today, I'm also going with Silas to the gym.
Okie dokie. So you two are in the gym,
Yes, senor.
and we will start. Cassandra, you're on the hunt for spears, correct?
Right.
Cool beans. So we will start with you. So you get in here, and immediately you notice it's kind of like still like kind of sort of busy, like like near the end of the night on like your old retail job where like the break room would still have some people but you never
Mhm.
like really interact with them, but they're just there.
Yeah.
Like it's very that energy. Like there's people you've obviously never met, and there's like only like 2 or 3, but it's not like empty enough to be considered empty. There's still more people than you would like. Is what I'll say. And you don't see Spears in here. I'll say that it was pretty obvious that you don't see him in there.
Yeah. Do any of them look
Well-
important?
No, they all just
They
look
look
like
Oh.
kind of normal people.
Side
Okay.
characters.
Yeah, just side people. There is no Genome. Genome is not in here. The only important one.
Oh, the
Oh,
only important one in the whole military.
Oh my
Genome.
god, so sidebar. I went to see the new My Hero Academia movie and freaking
Mhm.
Bakugo, he there's of course another real cool side character and he just goes, "What are you doing here, you cool side character?" And he just like shouts it at this guy and I'm like, ha ha, ha,
Lovely.
ha, ha."
That's great. But yeah, you get some fruit juice. They hand you an appy juice and a grape juice.
Okay.
And
Well, can I get tea actually? Tea seems
Yep,
more
so-
appropriate.
Yep. So what kind of tea would you like? Just like
Um,
hot or cold?
Yes or no? Sorry, yes,
Yeah.
hot.
And you're cold, yes, and you're no.
I'll take chai tea.
All right.
I'm
and
on a
they,
chai
like,
tea kick.
You are indeed.
And they like serve you up 2 as you ask for 2,
Mhm.
or are you only getting 1 for yourself and not 1 for Spears? If you
No, I'm
find
getting
him.
2. I'm getting 1 for me and 1 for him.
Okay. Figured I'd ask. I didn't know if you were just gonna go and get a tea and then go find him, or just carry
Just
2
ignore
that
teas.
would be such a
Spears.
Sansi move.
I think I'm
Yeah,
gonna
right?
I'm gonna like carry it in a thermos and then I'm gonna pour a cup when I find him. You know.
Alrighty. Fair. So you find your little like given thermos, and they fill it up with some chai tea, and they give you 2 little disposable cups if you need them. And you go wandering around, and you're just like kind of wandering the halls, and you're seeing a bunch of stuff, but you have like no access to get in anywhere. So you're like tapping your card because you're nosy.
Mhm.
You're just like no access. Access denied. Not high enough level. Like just different reasons, as if like they don't want it to seem too boring. And can you roll a perception check for me?
Yes, but
throughout
actually
all
now
of
that
this?
now that I'm on the move, I also remember I have to stop by my room and pick up some books. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna run by there. But perception, you said?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well, luckily for you, you don't find him anywhere.
Uh,
But finally, you're like, ugh, I need fresh air. And you go outside and you do find him sitting on a bench outside in the front. Oh no, there we go.
oh no.
Excuse me, I need to. I was trying to move the whole map, and I was like, I don't need that. Please stop. Oh, is he visible to all you guys? Is he on every screen?
I'm
No.
zoomed in over here.
Not
so
on mine.
No,
These
we're
are-
good.
I'm in an office.
You all are good, and where you guys need to be. I was making sure because I have the GM layer and I see fucking Genome on every screen. And I'm like, is he invisible to y'all?
He's just secretly hidden. He's like Waldo in every screen.
Exactly. Like I keep finding him in different corners. I'm like, God damn it. He's like more of a nuisance to me than anyone else. Because I'm like, oh, can you guys see him? Shit, did I not hide him on this one? Because I don't want to ever lose the photo again. Because I didn't save it. I just dragged it over. So
Oh my god.
he's just forever on these screens. If I ever
I
need him
see.
again, I need to copy and paste him. But anyways, you find Spears. I still refuse to download him. Like he's like some like not wire, but like virus. But anyways, you find Spears sitting down like on a bench, just kind of like chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just like sitting there looking at the ground, and not really paying attention for once as you walk up and you kind of like startle him a bit, and he's like, because he sees you like looking up at him as he's looking down on the ground with how short you are, and he's just like, ugh. He's like, hello, Sanchi.
Hi, Spears. And I jump up on the bench where he's sitting or wherever.
Mm-hmm.
How were your classes today?
Good. It felt nice to be normal again.
Yeah? Do you,
Yeah.
Did you feel like you needed some help in any subjects or anything?
No, it all seemed pretty straightforward, but before everything happened, I was pretty studious beforehand anyways.
At this point, I'm
So-
gonna pour the tea for myself and for him.
And he like takes the cup.
I can
and he
see this
just
being
stares
the most innocent, most threatening thing.
No, just innocent.
Before the incident.
Yeah.
You know,
But yeah.
Stephanie, what's your favorite genre of book?
Mine?
Yeah.
I like history a lot, I think.
Ah,
Would
perfect.
be the best one.
I pull out the book from under my wing that I had brought over.
Mm-hmm.
My husband always told me that having a book club is a great way to get to know people. And it seems to have worked for him, so what do you say we start a book club?
He like smiles. He goes, I would love that, Sanchi.
I hand him the book. Great.
And he looks at it. He's like,
Feel-
fantastic.
Feel free to
When is
suggest
it due?
others. Oh, just meet up and read it whenever you feel like it, you know? Let's meet up
You look-
Tuesday nights between the hours of 7:30 and 9:30. How's that sound?
Good. I can fit that in.
Great.
Awesome.
Yeah,
How
feel
are
free
your
to suggest.
classes?
Oh, they were great. I loved it. I felt talked down to a few of them. Like maybe I knew more than the instructor. In fact, most of them, honestly. But
Mm.
first day.
I think it's more so the knowledge you would have is more of a street knowledge, where they have more of a textbook knowledge.
Ah, yes. So I have useful knowledge, and they have useless knowledge. Great.
Them together will be pretty useful, though, I imagine.
Yeah, I guess. Sometimes practice is better than theory. Other times theory is worthless.
It's like,
Sorry,
like,
no, I got that punchline wrong. Sorry. Sometimes practice is better than theory, and other times theory is worse than practice. That's what I meant. You get it? It's funny because it means the same thing.
he just like kind of
funny.
laughs, and you almost feel like your heart
Funny.
skip a beat as you like hear him laugh for the first time and look like a normal young adult.
Skip a beat. Sorry, I'm married.
It's okay. It's perfectly
She just
fine.
says that like
Naturally. But
Just like
Yeah.
Cosmo. I can't. I'm married.
but yeah, no. So you definitely are just like, wow, he can be a normal person and not just a creep. And with that, you spend some time chatting with him idly.
Great.
Is there anything else you wanted to do afterwards?
No,
or
but as I leave, I
just-
shout back to him. Next time, you pick out the book.
And he's like, of course.
Great.
As you like walk inside.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. And now you get to join Stakeen and Silith in the weight room. If I know how to do anything properly. There we go. So you all are in the weight room. And,
Waiting.
yep. You guys are in there. Okay, you can't see him. He's in a different corner and he's blurred out. And so, sorry, I have to make sure he's forever in my way. It's every corner I find him in. But anyhow, you all are in the weight room, and Stocking, you can throw yourself on the map. And you see that Max Strong, your teacher, is in here along with like one other just like rando. And Do I have any rando tokens I can use? No, all of them died. Oh no. Well, I don't think you guys ever saw Bob. So he'll be here
Bill?
working out, but he's not the
We
Bob
saw
from
him
jail.
once.
Oh Which one did you guys not see? You guys never ran to like a cat dog. No one messed with cat dog.
We
people.
saw you had all of them
Did Cat Dog
once.
die?
Yeah,
No,
no, it was only
Kermit died.
Kermit and pissed off Franklin.
Naruto was the one we made reference of that we never actually
thought-
interacted with.
Here, we'll have
I thought all
Naruto
the
here
rest of them
then.
died during the.
He could
I thought
be.
the rest of them died during those little matches that we did.
Yeah, they did. But it's okay. Regardless,
We
here's
only
our
have
rando.
so many to choose from. 0.
My rando
True,
people, because I
true.
don't want to have other rando character art made, so I'm just gonna cycle the same people. So Naruto
Fair enough.
Uzumaki is in your training class right now. No, so
Believe
you-
it.
Ah, yes,
Y'all are-
another young, enthusiastic child who signed up for the military because they're
Ah.
broke.
That does sound
Ah.
like Naruto.
Capitalism.
No,
But
he signed
anyhow.
up because he thought he'd be cool and people would like him.
Truly.
I
He's on
saw
the
the
hunt to find
show.
Genome. But anyhow, you all are in there. Max Strong's in there, just like fully pumping the iron and doing usual half orc Max Strong stuff. Nothing of note really occurring in here. You don't see anyone unless you guys want to have another heart to heart on the treadmills.
Oh no, Silith is like full force running. Like,
All right.
let's run until my lungs give out, sort of deal. Running.
All right. Sakin, where's your mental psyche at?
My mental psyche is pretty alright.
That's great. I didn't ask how it was. I said where it was at, but that's
Where?
okay.
Well, I mean, I thought that's the same thing.
it is.
Like
I
where
was
and
just-
how. Yeah.
I was just giving you a
Are
hard
you
time.
Sims pushing the limits with your workout?
Yeah.
No, no, not Sims
I'm
pushing
so-
the limits. I don't have dirty plates everywhere that'll cause me to get off and yell at the plates on the ground.
I'm so glad you mentioned Sims because I just imagine Silith as a Sim, just like super running in high speed mode.
Yep.
Pretty much,
But
But Stocking, what you doing?
Stakin is over lifting them weights. He needs
Alright.
the gains.
All right. And you guys are both just kind of processing your
Oh,
thoughts.
they're over here. Weights are over here.
It's fine. You can take it
I was
from
on
there.
the stair machine. I don't
Oh,
need
no.
no buns and thighs anymore for lyric.
Lyric somewhere just goes.
Yep. Whew. And with that, you both process your thoughts away until you don't want to. But for now, you guys will stay there. And then, you come with me, Sanchi, though you're not actually there. We just need the stream to be there.
That's right.
Lyric! So as you're wandering the halls, minding your own business, just kind of do, and you finally come across a hallway that looks pretty familiar, and you're like, oh, I know where I'm at. I finally found the room. I've done it. Yippee, yippee.
Finally found the room.
Yep.
Yippee!
And as you're walking up, can you do a... Well, first let me ask this. Are you stealthing at all, or are you just full him hauling?
Pull him hind. This is Lyric we're talking about. He has no tact.
Cool.
And he's not in combat.
Can you roll a perception check for me?
Alright. I almost accidentally hit performance.
Both maybe
That would have
applicable.
actually been really funny. He just like starts dancing down the hall.
And as you're walking
Michael
up,
Jackson
Broadway.
moonwalking.
and
It's the
as
mating
you're-
ritual.
God. Oh no.
Silent fact check.
And as you're walking up the hall, you notice that in the room, Just double checking my stuff here. Okay, yep, I am reading the right things. You notice like walking up, you almost get like this weird sixth sense, as if it's from your Kalistar background, that like you can tell something's off in this conversation. And even though you're a little bit of a dimwit, you can read body language really well. Is that something you probably had to do since you couldn't talk to anyone for a while? And you know something is very hostile as you see good old Rylan, aka RQ, and Ilara kind of in a hot debate. And as you walk up to the door, you can kind of overhear what's going on, and you feel, I would want to say, roll an insight check for me.
Insight. It would be so perfectly lyric if I actually rolled bad on this. Oh wait, actually I have a high insight.
Yeah, you know not to go in. You just like, you know something is up, and you're like, I'm going to wait. And as you sit
I
there and listen, don't worry. What were you about to say?
I was just gonna say I stand next to the door, and Lyric is gonna do what he believes a good soldier would do, not what a real good soldier would do, but a good soldier. So he just like crosses his arms, leans against the wall, and then puts his ear literally to the wall.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
That's what I expected. And what you overhear, and I'm going to use your previous perception because like nothing much has changed besides your stance.
Yeah.
You hear Ilara starting, and then there's going to be back and forth. RQ, you honestly need to just give him like, no, you need to give all of them a chance. We chose those criminals for a reason. We both know the reason. Besides, it could work out better for all you know. Trading someone with morals and then breaking those morals is kind of difficult, no? These people have a leg up in that matter. Yes, they are not going through the usual channels of having a fancy education in most cases, like majority of us, but you seem to give them literally no credit at all. And he almost cuts her off. He's like, and you give them too much credit and information up front. You are their major, not their friends. You are telling me to stay behind and take care of those who are staying here this weekend when I was the one who always had to wrangle you because you refused to listen. And who gave those orders through the communication device? I did. But you would not listen unless I was actually there. And you're telling me that I just have to blindly trust the one that you pushed to be the leader of this team and such? You think Stakine is going to be able to actually control you in situations with you included? Also, trusting him so blindly, they could literally kill you at any given second. And she cuts him off because they are now arguing and things are getting real hostile here. Do you seriously doubt your major this much, Commander Rylan? Do you think I'm just some unhinged killer who cannot control herself? We trained,
Fucking
we are
like
literally
20 years.
training people to kill innocent lives. We are not knights in shining armor like you want to believe. Do you honestly still believe that we're the good ones on the field? That we never killed someone that didn't deserve to die? The last thing you should be doing is arguing with me on this point. It's done. We all know the job is outside of the confidential paperwork that you love to organize and swear by. I will lead this team to the end goal. Whatever that outcome is, I'm the one that has to sign on it. My name is there. So, do you honestly think I will just let it fail when my life is on the line? Your family, your life, their lives? Have some bloody faith in me for once. The last thing a commander should be doing is ever doubting his major. Well, on most days, yeah, I do agree with your judgment. This time, I'm the one in charge. I have the final say. I made the final call on signing off on Stakine to be the leader while you had someone else in mind, right? Spears. Yeah, he's the one you wanted. Is seemingly he's the only one you have faith in? Are you really, am I really the one that's getting too personal, Commander Rylan? He reminds you of you as a recruit, doesn't he? Always studious and studying all the time. Well, on the other hand, some just have it naturally, right? You're still holding on to that grudge? I'm pretty sure you are. I make the tough calls with my gut reaction, which has saved more lives than what you would have done with all your calculations. Do your job and stop trying to undermine mine as well. I need you to be a commander, not a major. And they kind of like stare for a minute, and he just like bows as you can like kind of hear it dying down. He's like, "Yes, Major Omelet." And he leaves the room, and at this point you hear the door open and it swings kind of in a way to where it's
Eric
you're
pushes the ear
hidden.
from the wall.
Yep, I was like, you're hidden by it, essentially. And he just storms out. And as you look into the room after he leaves, you see her sitting on the couch in her office, looking up at the ceiling, before just picking up the lamp next to her and just tossing it completely on a full stack of papers. As they flutter in the wind, the glass shatters, and it all just freezes in the air. And then you just hear her sigh, and she goes, "What a fucking mess," and just lets it drop. And then that is what you see. What do you do?
Lyric walks in, literally unfazed by this because he has spent 2 years in prison,
Mm-hmm.
or however many years, and he just lightly knocks the wall next to him and says, I can clean that for you. I technically work for you. I mean, I do work for you." And he just like walks in, not even like really trying to acknowledge exactly how much she probably wants to throw something at him. And he begins to pick up her papers, not in order because he can't read. And some of them are upside down. But he just kind of neatly puts them up, and then pauses. "I don't know what I can do about the lamp."
It better
What's-
be an emergency for you to be seeing me at not only this hour, but also uninvited.
Lyric looks up, puts the papers down, and puts one arm behind the back of his head and scratches. "I don't really know what I would consider an emergency in life. And I could die tomorrow, and I could probably die in the next 2 minutes. But uh, before tomorrow starts, I just wanted to do something. I've been kind of bad with everyone, and I don't know if anyone other than maybe my sister, my daughter, my friend Silas. I don't know if anyone really cares for my presence here. So I wanted to get off on a good foot with you." And he pulls out a necklace with a big red gem at the end. "I could probably get sent back to where I just was just for having this and for telling you how I got it. The last time before I went to the Capitol and got in trouble with Wade, I had the biggest steal of my life. I walked into that old Capitol building in Waffler. I don't know what tempted me, but I stole this from the man of the old lord of the land, and I was going to sell it when I got out of here, but whether you return it or send me away or keep it as a present, I wanted you to have it." And he just places it on her desk, and he, now knowing that she does not want anyone around, he starts to walk out, and before he leaves, he turns around and says, "I think you picked right." And um, none of us are going to let you guys get hurt, especially with Anji around. She's kind of dangerous. And yeah, sorry if I bothered you. And he just kind of waves at her awkwardly and walks away.
She says nothing. And you walk out. And where are you headed?
Lyric is going to head in a random direction because the weight of what he just did is kind of settling on him between her anger and the fact that he knows he's right. He could technically end up back in prison and all, or killed for everything he just admitted to hearing without thinking about it. And he he stops and then he turns around and then he shouts, "Everyone likes someone who can kick ass!" And then he just runs. Like an awkward schoolboy.
And then you hear, just like as you're running, you just hear a very familiar voice. As you hear it in your head, she goes, "Don't go blabbing your mouth to everyone then. Good for you for gathering your first bit of classified information and the burden that it comes with. Don't say a word about what you heard tonight."
Lyric stops in his place, looks around, remembers for a second that he can do what she did, and "Do you accept if I say something back?" He says in his head.
And she's like, "No." And she just ends it.
"And everyone does that," he says out loud, and then then he looks around. "Where am I?"
Well.
So that's what he's going to be doing for the rest of the night. Is figuring out how to get back to either his room or the gym.
That's good. All right, you know what? Fuck it. You end up at the gym too. All y'all can be at the gym, and myself included. I don't know why I'm a separate token, but I will go to the gym too. Yippee!
Yeah.
So you all are at the gym. I don't know why. Regroup everyone. All be at, oh, well, Biscuit. There you go. You're all back at the gym. And Naruto's gone now. It's been like 30, it's been like an hour, give or take. All of everything that's gone on has been about an hour. And you notice that good old doobadoo Lyric walks in, and you know, he comes walking on in, and you notice Silas just like drenched in sweat, just running,
Oh,
stucking.
definitely like heavy breathing at this point, but still going.
Yep.
Here, actually, wait, I got one better. How's my run
Oh.
going? Mediocre.
Yeah.
Mediocre.
Yep. Beautiful. All right. And you all three are now in the gym. The weight room. And of course Max Strong has now since left as well.
Winners.
Aw.
He said, like, as he was leaving, he's like, "Now y'all get some good dinner in you." Hurrah! As he like busts the door open and nearly punches Lyric in the face and just walks out.
Silas in her own world, she doesn't respond at all.
You
Nope.
indoors today, Lyric.
Those and me are excellent friends. They like to get close to me, unlike other people. Sometimes they like to give me hugs. Hard.
Damn.
But yeah,
Right.
you all three are in there.
Lyric looks at the two, and he takes one good look at Silent and recognizes the energy that he just walked away from.
Man, all of your people are like that, huh? All the Kalish Star.
And
The
it-
women have synced up.
then-
Oh no.
No, this
Oh,
is
no.
this is straight. This is straight determination. I don't want to think about this world.
Lyric looks at Silent and just does not go anywhere near that. And then he walks over to Stocking. I can't even tell what that machine is that he's on.
Weight machine stuff. You can start spotting for him.
Yeah, I was
It's,
gonna
lap
ask.
press. It's lap pull downs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Lyric's gonna walk over to Stocky and say, "Oh man," and he just pats Stocking's flat top.
No, what are you doing?
I don't know. I just felt like you deserve a good thing today. And then he walks over to the bicycle and just or the stair climbing machine, and looks back towards Silent, looks back at Stocking, and then does the I don't know expression.
Sakine meets like locks eyes with Lyric and just is so confused. And just kind of turns and goes, "What the hell is wrong with you?"
Apparently, my brain.
I thought you knew that already, but okay.
Oh.
I'll cut you one this time.
Tell me what.
Apparently, I do acknowledge the world. I gave myself disadvantage. It's like, no, you still notice everything.
Yep. So despite wanting to leave it, you just notice a sense of like comfort with another Kalishtar being around. and you feel grounded again.
I think with that, I'll stop the fucking treadmill and take a deep breath, give a slight smile and a wave to Lyric, and then grab a towel and start heading out towards the showers.
Lyric smiles and waves back, and then looks at Stockade. Do you dislike me?
And at this point, Stakeen just kind of looks at him. No, I'm so sorry. Fucking sorry. Stucky just kind of looks at him and goes, "What's that supposed to mean?"
Lyric kind of looks to the side. In his brain, he just imagines a very angry major. He goes, I have no idea. I just,
You're the one that asked.
I did, and he starts climbing. How do I come off as a person?
And Stakeen, at this point, kind of tries to gently slam the weights down, but also recognizes that I said slam. So he kind of does it a little more rough than he intends.
The gentle slam.
A gentle slam. Like, you know when the weights are too heavy and you, like, accidentally misfire how close they are together and you're just like, oh, shit, that was louder than I thought. Like, kind of that. And
You okay over there?
at this point, Stakeen just looks at Lyric and goes, I don't know how to respond to that. What, are you a person?
Lyric looks up. I feel like I just had the biggest question of my life asked to me. I don't know. Lyric gets up and then starts walking to his room.
Beautiful.
He turns around just before I exit the gym and say, sorry if I was a bit out of character today. Or at least at the end of the night.
I mean,
anyways,
you do seem a little more. I can't tell if that's helpful. You seem normal to me right now, but if you want a real answer, I guess you come off as a little awkward, maybe a little too strong. Yes.
You think I'm strong? He smiles.
No, not like
puts
that.
his thumb and finger over his chin. Oh. I guess you would know. You've probably taken more hits from me than anyone else around here.
That's not what I meant. You come on a little too strong. Calm it down a little bit. And
you think I'm hot?
No. And Stakeen just walks away into another machine.
Lyric more confused than ever. Just to go back to his room and he waves good night to Stocking.
Sakine ignores him.
Beautiful. All right, you two
God
can
damn
go
it.
there. And Sakine, as things start to wind down, and what you notice, like some of the daylight lights are going off, so like they're no longer like full lights. It's now the nighttime light mode. And you're just kind of in there, and you notice that like normally this would be like the quiet time or the quiet hours where
Mhm.
people would go sleep, and you see good old Spears walk in here because it's been another like 40 minutes after everyone else has left. And you see Spears walk in, and he's on like workout clothes, and he starts just like he sits next to the machine next to you and starts kind of like working out, and like he goes to start, and he looks at he goes, "Why are you still here?"
Why are you here?
I went earlier to talk to Commander Rylan Quantum about additional weight training, and he gave me the pass, and he's gonna come in and train me soon.
Ah. Well, that's good. The military, unfortunately, can make uh, those who don't have their core strength together very disgruntled. And I'd rather have as much time in here as I can get instead of, sitting. Because we did that a lot in prison, wouldn't you agree?
No, but
Hmm.
fair.
Okay. Well, to each their own. I'm just choosing to stay in here. Why not? A good long workout resets the head, right?
I guess. I just
Hmm.
know it's my weak spot, so.
Well, then good for you for focusing on your weak spot.
Mm-hmm. Either way, I was giving the heads up because it seems like not many people like Commander Rylan Quantum.
I can take him or leave him, I guess. You ignore one person, you ignore them all. If
Mm.
I can deal with Lyric, I feel like I can deal with him.
They're very different people, though.
Like I said, if you ignore one, you can ignore them all.
Hmm.
You were his cellmate, wouldn't you agree? You were silent for most of the time.
Mm. Something like that.
And then Stakeen just kind of, he goes back to lifting his weights, and then he sets him down, turns to Spears really quick, and goes, Spears, I have a question for you about Lyric.
Yes.
Was he a prostitute? Do you know?
He just like chokes on his water. Like, what? Like I would know. He just.
He seems fairly loose and talkative. I wasn't sure if he mentioned anything.
Are you asking if I slept with him or hired him?
No, I'm literally asking if he's a prostitute.
I don't think so. I mean, I could see it, but don't. I don't know. He came on to me once, but that's when he learned what platonic was. I don't know. Maybe I
Only
scarred him.
once?
Well, any other time he was just freaked out by me, I imagine, because I was focused on other things. But
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean, the heart wants what it can't have, so I was busy. So, you know. And Wade, but and anyone else that walked by. Maybe he was a prostitute. I don't know. I thought he stole stuff. That's why he was in there or something.
Prostitutes can steal things.
Mm.
You can't do more than one crime to get into prison.
But that depends if he actually paid anyone or had people pay him, right?
Is
don't think he
Sanchi still
did.
in here?
No, I don't think so.
She's like,
Poor
the sad thing is, it's like everyone has, like, it's so funny too,
Wait,
because
Sanchi?
those two specifically have heard what Lyric has done in the past,
Sanchi
so, like-
wasn't in there.
and Sanchi, yeah, Sanchi would know.
Sanchi's not in the gym.
No, she wasn't in there.
Yeah, I was like, I think Sanchi went back to the room.
Do you mean Silas?
Okay, cool. No, Silent I know left a while back.
Yeah.
Sanchi had time outside with Spears.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought at one point everyone was in the gym. Never
No.
mind.
No, I just have to pull Sanchi everywhere because Sanchi is the viewer's eyeballs.
Oh, that's why I got confused.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyhow, yeah.
Okay.
So Spears just is like then sitting there with like he's like lifting up the weights with his like little ankles or something, doing like that
The
thing.
leg presses.
Yeah, and he's just like I don't think anyone's paid him to do that, so I guess he's just a thief who is very physically passionate and open.
They would say the same thing about Wade, I guess, too, but I guess Wade gets paid in favors.
Yeah. Yeah, Wade's a prostitute. But
Oh.
that's for
Well,
sure.
then it's a good thing I asked.
I mean, he seems to have narrowed his scope recently.
One can only wonder why.
I don't want to put thought into that. And as you hear the doors open and good old Commander Rylan Quantum walks in, and he just like walks past you, and he's like, "Good evening, Stakeen."
Good evening.
And then he just starts training Spears, and they start just doing like little like big chest pressy big bar things. Then they just kind of do that and start their nightly training. Do you stay there for the full thing? Or do you go
I'd
back
probably
to your
stay
room?
there for another like 10 minutes before hitting the showers.
Alrighty. Cool beans. And you all go to the bedrooms after taking your showers and all that stuffuses. And as bedtime arises, or shows up, dawns, all accurate words, surely.
Falls.
Yeah, whichever. We like to use rises because then it's funny. But so is everyone like give me a rundown of your bedtime ritual here. Stocking, do you just lay in the bed, go eat?
Yeah, you know what? Stakeen makes sure that like all of his sheets are like tucked in, and that one guy'll know this exactly. Tucked in at the bottom, like a good bed.
Nurses' quarters.
Exactly, hospital corners. He must have hospital corners.
Hmm.
Perfect.
Stares violently in the other room at that one guy.
I don't know what you could be referring to.
All right, so you get fully tucked away, Sanchi.
Yep.
Do up my wings, do some exercise, just like calisthenics, a little bit of yoga, stretching,
Wing exercises.
push-ups, flying up,
Mhm.
flying down. Search for field mice. There aren't any. Very sad. Read my book. Go to sleep.
Perfect. Lyric.
Lyric is kind of hearing the song "Chaos, Chaos" in his head right now, and he just grabs his lute, plays for a little bit, can't really get the vibe. Takes a deep breath, plays a bit better, puts it down, looks at his bed that is still unmade from when he got up, throws off all of his clothes, and just plots.
Perfect. And Silith, what are you doing?
Probably staring out the window, unable to sleep,
Okay.
contemplating.
Alrighty. And with that, you kind of just like, we're gonna start with you first, because as you're staring out the window and you're seeing like darkness come across despite like, you know, some lights from the town, you just kind of notice your mind wandering and you almost like fall asleep at some point while standing. And similar to all your other dreams, as Kalshar know, you're once again hearing a tune of something that your mother often played for you. As you see the creature you very much have grown very familiar with slowly start to wrap its limbs around her, and the tune kind of getting a more eerie sound to it, and just overall not the cheerful tone that you're used to. You notice your eyesight almost starts to go a little blurry, and you just overall start to feel a sense of panic as she finally breaks from the grasp of the creature around her in the tavern she's been playing in is now empty. And you look around and you see only one human, pale skin, green eyes, and long red hair to the floor, in an old medieval dress tight to the body, and she's staring directly at you, smiling as she says, "Yes, I was always here." And you feel your heart just fully start to race as you bolt to the door. And as the door swings open from your dream, you wake up in a complete cold sweat on Lyric's bedroom floor. Don't know how you got there, but you're there.
Oh, that's kind of awkward.
And you just kind of lay there in silence as, you know, you're in shock. Sanchi,
That's me.
Does Lyric
As
wake
you
up
are-
from her startle?
we'll get to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no unless you want to roll a constitution check and see. But
Nah.
okay.
I'll say
We'll
there's
get to me when
myself.
we get to me.
Sleepy stealth. Sanchi, you in your bed, I like to imagine that you've like curled up your whole freaking comforter as like a nest, and you're just like perched in there asleep. And as you fall asleep, the world sounds like you open your eyes and you just see like red with some veins, and it just like you hear water swooshing around you. You notice you're still in the egg before you were fully born, and you hear a woman speaking, but of course it's a muffled tone. You don't recognize it as your mother or anyone from the dagger. You then get to have a small little montage of your childhood, being raised, but the memories are about all the same, except you keep noticing a woman with long red hair to the floor, green piercing eyes, and a medieval tight red dress. And she says nothing to you, but just stands in the background of all of these memories. Up until the last memory of just yesterday in your classroom. You can't tell exactly which teacher it is because all the words are yet again muffled or you're just not paying attention. But you're fixated on the window on the door. As you see the woman standing in the window, suddenly, as if before you even blink or even move your gaze at all, you hear whispered in your ear, "Yes, I was here all along, my child. Come and find me if you want the answers you seek." As a full chill goes down your spine, as you can feel the cold breath on your neck, and suddenly jolting awake from your slumber, which I imagine is you leaping with your little, like, feathers just kind of, like, fluttering up a little bit and then going back down, but you are in a sudden shock from your abrupt awakening.
In whose room?
You're in your own room.
Oh, okay.
You did not sleepwalk
Oh, okay.
anywhere. Yep, you're good. You're still in your room.
Or Sanchi doesn't get to have fun times like Silas does.
No worries. Stakeen. Your dream is going to seem oddly familiar to some, but You're standing in a graveyard, foggy and no one else around you, looking at tombstones and noticing a lot of names of people you recognize, but no one fully close to you, like Kilo, Tasha, Leo, and Quentin, even, or as you formerly know him, Kipper. As you wander around, you finally come to a town, old in decor and very ragged, and no
Oh,
one in
no.
there except when you randomly enter a home, putting your hat on the coat rack. You don't even wear hats, but for whatever reason you do in this stream. And you see a woman with long red hair in the kitchen, wearing a medieval, tight red dress and eyes piercing green. She's holding a glass dish filled with some food, like a casserole tray. You sit down at the table and she starts to serve you food. And as you go to eat the food, you look down and you notice there's a finger in the dish. Wade's finger. She looks back up at you in shock, or as you're in shock, and she's just smiling and she goes, "Yes, you will be the cause of this." And you stand up from the table after throwing your dish in the room and running out of the home as you feel the cold air burst on your face. You just like almost break into tears and you wake up in a fear that you haven't felt except for when you were a child. And you wake up in your bed where you were last at.
Oh, wonderful.
And Lyric. Oh, Lyric. So you asleep, naked in your bed, except maybe some of your blanket covering you.
Yep.
You
Just a
oddly
little.
are also in a tavern with a flute playing in the background, a charming tune that you don't fully recognize, but you could tell it's someone who knows how to play flute at least. Your vision's super blurry, but you
I'm drunk.
kind of become aware of the fact that you're definitely kind of doing the dirty with someone. Unable to recognize who it is, though, you suddenly smell alcohol in your breath, and you take another drink out of a wine bottle. Looking down, you notice your hand is red and scaly. Definitely not your body. And you notice around you, like, there's no mirrors. You're trying to, like, get any sort of, like, grounding. You notice the person in front of you has blonde hair, nearly white, and pointed ears. You don't recognize them at all. And as you blink, you're suddenly back to yourself and in a different bed, and you can see your own hand. And looking down at the person below you, your vision is all tinted red, and the body below you speaks, "Done already, Lyric?" Jolting back as you blink a few times, you realize it's Commander Rylan. Jolting in the bed out of the panic, you see the same woman sitting in the chair in the hotel room, legs crossed, and she says, "Yeah, this is interesting indeed." As your eyes fling open with full body chills, and it makes like go all the way down to your toes because you are just so disgusted. You curl up into a ball with your blanket, and as you lean up, you notice that Silith is on your floor.
Is she, or has she just woken up?
Yep. She also has just woken up.
First of all, I just want to say before I actually react, this is except for the red arm thing. This is literally just what Lyric would be doing normally.
Exactly.
and he did make it past that RQ, so like, but the confusion would be there.
Yeah, you all are in a state of shock from this stream that you all have.
I look over at Silith. I look down. Thankfully, my blanket is still covering my waist. Were you gonna kill me?
No.
We didn't.
I don't remember coming in here. I've
Okay.
kind of been in a daze.
I just had like somewhat of a really good dream, and it would be very weird if you know what? I don't think I'm gonna finish that sentence. Shit. And Lyric looks down and looks at her, looks down, and
Sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. I'll go back.
You're never a bother. Wait, hold on. Before you go, he wraps himself in the
By
sheet.
the way, she's
That way he
literally in
does-
an oversized t-shirt and a pair of undies, and that's it.
Lyric wraps the sheet around him and then turns slightly to the side. In case of an emergency and he has to hide things. I don't know why you're here, but did you just have a really weird dream? I know that's not really a thing for us to have normal, quote unquote, dreams.
It's
But,
usually a memory of sorts, not a dream, but yes.
Yeah, see anyone you didn't recognize? 'Cause I did, and that's weird.
Yeah, you could say that.
And you, oh, they're trying to be a gentleman a little bit. You can see, like, he wants to say things that he knows he shouldn't. And you don't even have to make an insight check. His face is just like, I literally just, I can't. You should, I don't think anyone would have good questions for you if they saw you coming out of my room. So, I don't want you to have to worry about that. But in the morning, if we could try to figure out whatever the fuck just happened to us, that would be great.
Yeah, I guess. Sorry, probably.
No,
You just
don't be sorry.
you just feel like home, so I probably came in here for that reason. I didn't mean to bother you.
For the second time since Spears first smiled, Lyric's heart skips a beat.
And she's just gonna like kind of get up slowly and head out.
Before you go, thanks for being cool with me, and whatever you're feeling right now, or have been feeling today, you've got all of us. I know I'm not the only one here who thinks you're cool.
Once upon a time, let's just say I was held captive against my will, and I lost someone I cared about, and a lot more than that. I'll be fine.
And as
You will be.
as the door opens and Lyric is standing there with the blanket tied around his waist, you in a single shirt with just underwear on, you open the door and Connor is standing there with no shirt and just like gray sweatpants, the most like F-boy material, and he's like drinking a bottle of water, and he just sees the door open and he goes, I thought y'all were siblings, as he walks back into his room. He's like, wait, you gotta know this. You immediately hear it.
Lyric comes over and pounds the door. She's my daughter, what are you talking about?
And with that, we're gonna go on break for a quick 5-minute break. We'll be right back, everyone.
And anyways, I just cannot be explained for.
All right.
She refuses to provide the pertinent information. We're alive now.
Alrighty. So
Wonderful.
you all wake up to that, and Connor immediately goes back into his room. He's like, "Wait, I got the best tea to tell you." And
I hope it's chai.
Oh my god.
That is good tea.
and you just
It is
hear
very
all
good
of
tea.
this commotion going on as he's like banging and yelling. Spears comes out of his room. Everyone comes out of their room, I imagine. Unless Stakin and Sanchi, are you guys just staying in despite everyone else talking and being awake now?
I can hear
No,
from
I go
here.
out.
I don't have to be
Alright.
out there to hear.
Oh, Silas already back in her room and at least getting changed.
Silent.
and you
Lyric
start
is
like
still in the blanket.
waiting. Connor just laughing and losing it because they're not opening the door. And Spears just looks down at Lyric in his current attire, and he leans back to Stockini and goes, "I still don't think he got paid," as he walks in his room. And he just closes the door. And Connor's just like, "Okay, yeah, man, good job on ya." As he just
Sakin face palms and goes, oh no.
Lyric looks around and then he like pauses and then he just gently knocks on his door and goes, "She's not actually my relative."
I'm glad you cleared that up.
At this point, they just lose it, and then slowly the laughter dies down as everyone goes back to their room and finishes their night's rest if they choose to do so, or they could just stay up. It's like 3 in the
Lyric
morning,
stays up.
anyways. Yeah. And with that, classes begin. You guys go and have a normal breakfast. Everyone, roll your
Normal.
first class stat, please.
No, what was my first? Let's see.
We're doing
Shit.
some
They're
investigating.
pinned. It's pinned.
Silas, Connor, and Spears are in strength class at 9 a.m.
Ah, there's mine.
Oh, that's a save. Stealth is Sanchi and Wade
Yep.
at 9 a.m. And then 9 a.m. is leadership classes for Stakin and some rando.
Aw, man.
Rough.
Yeah, truly.
Crap. Where was it pinned again? Fuck.
I have it in my notes.
Hey,
You
wait,
are
that's a
in
save.
strength class with me.
Hey, wait,
Oh, yeah,
that's a
that's right.
save.
There you go.
I wonder.
That's much better, thank
Alrighty.
you.
Why am I am like having a struggle trying to find things right now.
Strength class,
I've
just
been
a
laughing
strength
too
roll.
hard.
Perfect. All right, roll your second class, everyone.
10
But
o'clock,
he just kind of looks
negotiation,
at himself. Why is leadership so fucking hard?
which is charisma for Spirit, Silith, and Sanchi. Boop. Hey, there we go. Stealth for Lyric and Connor, and advanced hacking for Wade and Stakin.
Damn it.
So
God, Stucky,
Wait.
we're having a rough one.
Yeah,
what
no.
do I roll for stealth again? Just like the actual stealth?
Stealth is Dex.
No.
I'm
Dexterity.
too
Okay,
distressed
cool.
from Lyric's whole the whole interaction with Spears.
Yeah, that's truly struggling. All right, third class, everyone.
I'm on
No lunch
lunch.
break?
Oh yeah, you get your lunch break. You guys continue on, and then into your next class. We're gonna speed through a few classes a day.
12. Dex for Spears and Silith. Strength for Stakin, Sanchi, and Wade, and then Charisma for Connor and Lyric.
Now Silas doing great.
Bam.
Yeah, really.
Doing better.
Silas killing
Does-
it.
I'm focusing now. I got my trauma out of the way. I sat with it.
I
That's
see.
the
Funny,
advantage
I
of
have the trauma
meditation.
now.
You slept with it.
Next class, let's go.
Intellectual
There we
politics.
go.
Intelligence for
bad.
Spears, Lyric, and Silith. Dex for
Wait.
Stakin.
I also have the intelligence class.
There you go.
I did not find it in my notes, but I found all my numbers and they're all in the order of my tests.
Oh my god. Alrighty, and then everyone do your final class of the day.
Ah, nat 20!
Ah, no.
Woo!
Dirty 20.
Oh, yeah.
No. Lyric got the net.
Yeah.
Lyric got the nap.
Oops.
Yeah.
That was for my constitution, though, so let's see how wisdom goes.
Yep, and then
I'm still
everyone roll your
lagging.
wisdom check.
Oh.
Also, I hear
Wee,
a
wow,
slight
okay, so
echo.
wisdom and constitution are the only ones I actually did okay in. Jesus.
Alrighty. And with that, that day ends, and everyone kind of slowly just starts getting into their own rhythm. Overall, Silith, you felt like that was the best day you've had so far.
Like I said, refocused.
Yep. And on to the next day. We're going on to Wednesday. Wednesday.
My dudes!
My dude's
Alright.
Wednesday. All over again.
This
First
week is
class,
really
folks.
flying by, huh?
You bet it is.
This curriculum is
Alright.
so good. I wish
Strength.
high school went like this.
I know.
For Lyric as well for strength. Stealth for
Ah.
Sanchi.
I think
and-
everyone has their
Mhm.
schedule
Yep.
now.
Finally!
Woo! Finally,
Third
you
time
have
shot leadership.
Okay, next class, 12. Okay.
Are you getting all of these?
I'm certainly trying. One moment, please.
Please hold.
I'm having to fill this out. All right, third class.
Oh, I just did that one.
Oof.
Okay, so
Wait, no, I didn't. Never mind.
Well, you know what they say, can't give 100% of the of
Damn it.
yourself 100% of the time.
3.
No, that's fair.
Fourth class.
Intelligence, please get higher. Please, I'm at -3. Nope.
God.
Wow.
Jeez.
Apparently it's a bad day this day.
Wednesday,
It is Wednesday.
slump for all of you, apparently.
Right?
Good golly.
Ugh.
And
hurt.
give me
No,
that.
We
I
had
did a couple decent ones.
Yeah, you did.
the
right,
shock of Tuesday
Constitution.
night is wearing off, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I got so excited, but Silent did it at the same time I did.
I'm so
first.
constituted right now.
Y'all absolutely love. And it looks like Sanchi had the best.
We haven't
So
wisdomed
far.
yet.
Yep, wisdom, please.
Wow. You
Nope.
don't even. I'm the wisest.
She's gonna lord that over all of our heads.
Sakine. Yep,
I consist
Sanchi,
of a
you-
lot of wisdom.
you do. You had a really good wise day.
And,
All
con-
right.
Old
and
owl.
constitute day.
Yep. All right, Thursday. Let's
I
go.
rolled the whole constitution.
You did.
Let's
did good.
see.
2 back to back. That's insane.
Nicolas Cage would be proud of my constitution.
Oh,
Jeez.
3.
I'm like rolling good in all the spots that he's actually good with, and bad at all the spots he's bad with.
More
You know
accurate
what?
rolls,
At
I
least
guess.
he's- Right, I was like, at least he's consistent. All right, second class. Let's go.
Jeez.
That's charisma. He's doing really good in
God.
charisma out of nowhere.
Silas, you are
Jeez, that.
Uncle Bustin'.
Re-traumatized apparently after one good day.
My God.
It finally set in what happened.
It's like, oh no, it's back.
Getting teased too much. God damn it.
I can't wait to
Alright,
see what our
next
fortune
one.
holds.
Ah, well, that's better than I have rolled.
There we go. That's better.
It's okay. I'm on my post-lunch weight
Yep.
training slump.
All right, next one.
Oh, let's
Ooh.
go.
I thought I was 5 for a second. Fuck.
Yeah.
21.
I'm killing these books.
38, Wait,
I'm killing these books.
Lyric, you already rolled a charisma check.
Didn't. Oh, I thought we were on the next class. I rolled a What did I roll for dexterity? I rolled a 6 for the dexterity class.
Yes, I need your intelligence roll.
It was a 4. It was
Oh,
just the
shit.
4, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're gonna totally act like that last roll didn't count then.
Never mind, I see it.
Okay. Yeah, I
Accurate.
was like, Lyric, my guy, you've already rolled.
You forgot what class you're in, apparently.
Nah, it wouldn't be the first time.
But, you know what? It makes
Intelligence.
sense in intelligence class. It makes sense.
Beautiful. All right, Constitution rolls, all of you.
Ah.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
It was
That's
she got her
charisma, not con!
opportunity.
That's charisma, not con!
Yep. Try again.
Wow, he gets a redo. Yeah, let's go.
Yay!
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah. My intelligence is so low, I could not read.
Hey!
You had a really
Exact
good health class
opposite.
again. All right, wisdom.
I'm so
Ah.
wise.
I am not.
Me either, I guess.
I've got that owl's
I was like the
wisdom
one
in
time
me.
I got bad in wisdom.
Nice.
Oof. All right, and Sanchi, you are having a great week so far. You are
Yeah,
just
yeah.
crushing it.
Yeah, hear me.
All right, and as the week has gone on and on, it is now Friday, the final day of the week.
Friday.
Everyone roll your first class of the day.
Oh. Oh. Please, I just want to stealth somewhere. I'm looking at my sheet and I'm like, hold on. You know, it'd be real fun.
13,
Uh-oh.
9. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, second class.
Please roll well. Damn it.
God.
Hell yes.
There you go.
I guess I only did well in hacking that one day.
That one sweet day.
You didn't really see Mid's
seven.
first day.
Yeah,
All
well,
right. Second or third class. Let's go.
Rolls are not
Ooh,
working. Yeah,
yay,
they're like
okay.
one good day, and then nope.
Yeah.
Woo, go Lyric. Go Lyric.
Oh, lyrics powering
It's so
through.
good that I'm rolling. I've rolled well almost entirely in charisma, which is good because he has no game.
You have no riz.
Yep. So, and your guys' next class.
Yay!
I believe it's this-
Yay! I have not gotten above a 10 in this class yet.
Oh my god. All right, Constitution checks for all of your. Yep, you know what I mean.
That's not
I
bad.
actually got a -2 at one point.
And wisdom.
Will you be wise again, Sanchi?
No.
Nope.
She is always wise. Oh, never
Wow,
mind.
I'm wiser than you.
Me
I don't know
too.
about
And
that.
Lyrics, one of the wisest of us all. All those
And
classes
actually-
with Silas have paid off.
Lyric had the best Friday.
Woo!
And with that, you guys all like slump down in the chairs in the rec room after a very long week.
Felt
And
kind of
as
fast
you
to
all
me.
are you all are just like so much knowledge, and as you all are just kind of sitting in the chairs like kind of bouncing because they have that little like no actual back leg
Neat.
so you can bounce in them, or you're just laying on the table. Ultimately
I'm
you
laying on the
see-
table.
I am
You
using the table to lay upside down. Like legs on the table, head just
Yep.
on the ground.
I'm using
Yep,
the
and-
ceiling to do that.
Perfect. And as you all are relaxing in some way, shape, or form, you just hear like a really deep sigh as you recognize it's RQ, and he's like, "Good work on completing your first week. Hopefully, it wasn't too bad."
It was my first time going to school.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure you did great. As you all know, we won't really be able to announce you all as criminals, but tonight is your first press conference. I imagine you read about it in the bulletin.
I didn't know that.
Totally.
Congrats. It was
Yeah.
published on Sunday, I believe.
Published where? Why
In the
didn't one miss
newspaper
another
that
one?
was on the table.
Yes.
Which table?
Well-
Point like touches the paper next to my thigh.
Well, there is
Okay.
like days have passed, but you know, overall, the news has been swept up by something else, I guess. But
Is next
regardless,
week's out?
yes,
I'd like to get a look at it.
that's great. But for your stuff tonight, you can read that at your own leisure, probably in the middle of what's going on tonight. 2 different press conferences will be happening behind closed doors. It will be Lyric, Silith, Stakeen, and Sanchi, and then there'll be Wade, Connor, and Spears in a separate one. Regardless,
We don't
we
all
have to
talk,
have
do we?
cover stories. I'm sorry?
We don't all have to talk at the press conference, do we? Like,
Yes.
we can just. Oh shit.
They all are going to be
Why
asking.
separate us if we're going to be part of the same team?
Have you ever tried keeping together 7 people in line? What I thought.
Uh-huh.
So, not just that, it's easier for the press to focus and do their stories and tailor it how they wish, but either way, this press conference is going live on Saturday, which means you won't be able to go out this weekend, because they probably will have descriptions of all of you, though no photos are to be taken. Regardless, the Major, who you guys notice, even if you guys did go look around and do everything, you haven't seen her. And anytime you guys did go to the office, it was Ryland in her office, and he's just like, she's getting briefed on something else. Something urgent
Aw.
showed up.
Mm-hmm.
And the necklace is still sitting on her desk, untouched, unmoved, or anything. Despite him cleaning up, like, around it. But he's just left it there. Regardless, and anytime you spoke with Ryland this whole week, you've noticed he's tried to be nicer and supportive in some sense, but usually failing. Regardless, we have cover stories for all of you, along with they will give you a new identity to the public, so your legal names are not disclosed. And overall, you'll be either staying here or going on a mission with the Major. Some of you will be.
Do we get to know these stories
Of course.
beforehand?
Yep, you have a few hours, well, technically 2, to really get a grasp on them. We've left them detailed enough, but vague, so that way you
How
can fill
close
in.
is Silith to me?
She's still on the floor last time, so
Okay.
if you're
I was on
I'm
the
gonna
table.
lean over to Silith
Okay.
and I go, make sure you work extra hard with Lyric.
Thumbs up.
And ultimately, yeah. So I have those for you, and I'll start passing those out unless you guys have questions.
Yeah, I have a question. I understand like the benefits of a pseudonym and all, but I don't see a lot of Owlkin around. Not sure if it'll be the most useful for me.
It will be.
If you
No
insist.
worries. These guys get around pretty much regularly, so do not fear.
What's
And I'm
the-
sending you all the messages now. Oops, I forgot a sentence on yours, Silith. Do.
what's
But
the-
I'm sending it all in team, or not teams. Ugh. In Discord messages.
No,
The
it's
fun
it's
one, not the work
Teams.
one.
Wait,
I've-
is he handing us papers that say all this?
yeah,
Oh,
and it's in a
no.
language.
I'm pretty
that
sure Ryland
he
is
made
giving
sure.
them to us is
Okay.
sending them to us by Teams.
Yeah, probably. Honestly, though, he's in the effing room.
Yep.
He's still sending it. But
So-
yeah, so he hands all those to you guys. Does anyone have any questions?
So, if they know we were ex-convicts, do we
They
have
don't.
Okay. I thought it said something about that in the newspaper.
No.
What is a? He says it in Dwarven, but psychotherapist. They're all. Am I a
Mhm.
psycho who cares about people? And he just kind of like scratches his head.
And he like sighs, and you could tell he doesn't want to like answer. He's like, you treat people for emotional problems and mental illnesses.
Well, I did get
Hakeem?
I did get Spieta smile when I was in prison, so I guess that counts.
Don't-
Stakeem looks at his paper and then looks at our cue and goes, "What the fuck is this?"
And he smiles. He's like, oh, what do you mean? You're very...
All of it. What does this have to do with anything?
Is this a dating profile?
No.
I thought you were married.
Not in this paper, I'm not.
The
Well, that's
last thing
fucked
we
up.
want is them going to your significant others. It's the press. What do you expect them to do?
Why are
No one
we
really
made
even,
knows
sure
who I'm
none of you-
related.
why are we even being interviewed? What's the point of this?
Really just save
Well,
face.
The major went
I have a-
over this with all of you. But
If my people don't even have documentation, then why am I on? Why do I have to hide anything? I doubt people even know what my nomadic tribe's name is.
probably not, but we'd rather be safe than sorry. And the reason why is normally there's public ceremonies for any new class, seeing as we are a step above base 3, as we are at base 2, we are usually known as the, and he puts this in quotes, special agents of the force. While base 1 is mainly political at this point, our base is the big guns called when the standard police force can't handle it. Or we're the base that no one knows much about, because, you know, we do really everything on the back end to keep the city safe. So naturally, it's a community event to get to know the new faces or recruits. The reason why we're being so secretive and not our usual is photos are not being taken, and 2, if you were to be recognized by any of your previous contacts, not only could that cause dysfunction in the groups that you all used to be a part of or associated with, and causing them to act out, which means we have more issues, but also the safety for all of you and anyone you know would be at risk, possibly. So, it is
But-
best to not stir up any of the other crime rate that is happening. No photos, so if they want to describe you, that's great, but everyone can interpret their own description.
Commander, and there kind of like looks down at the ground a little bit, and then looks at the team, and then looks back at him. Everyone I really knew is right in here. There's
That's
not
great.
a lot of. There's no one that would really care or recognize or make a fuss. I didn't make a habit of being around people when I was. I think Sonchi is probably the only person that really knew me outside of this place,
And
except for Wade.
Sanchi
And
has contacts outside. This isn't just about you and keeping you safe, it's about keeping everybody safe.
oh, I get that, but I'm just saying, instead of, I'm gonna lean into the things that I'm sure frustrate you about me, but instead of me trying to memorize all this, wouldn't it be better if I just kind of be
No.
myself a little bit?
Think of it this way.
No.
If they recognize you, then they'll probably guess who I am.
I guess you're right. You did have a point with that Alkin thing. You're the only bird I know. Sorry, Alkin. Alkin? Yes.
Yeah. Get it right.
So, that being said, the major should be back in time for the interviews, and then we're going to debrief you on what Your next task will be over the weekend. Or a bit longer, I imagine. Regardless of everything, you're being given different names and backgrounds for the press this evening. That doesn't change you as a person, just your public image. So the only advice I have to give is be convincing, not convicts. Anything else?
We'll do our
And if we
best.
choose not to,
Never mind.
Do you really want to know the consequences of that?
try me.
Well, you could just for once not go against the grain. That would be quite nice for everybody, on my end at least. And we're trying to give you guys a much better life and chance outside of, rotting in the jail cells, which the least you could do is obey the orders that are being given to you, because these are orders. And it's not just my call, it was the Major's call of what she thought was best.
I'll do it. Lyric stands tall like an actual soldier.
Thank you, Lyric. Regardless, we thought it was
It's
the
Kieran.
best. And he smiles and nods. He's like, correct. So, any other questions?
No, sir.
And I salute.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Silith, Stakin.
Fine, if this is what you want.
Thank you. Silith.
Silith?
Hello.
God damn it, my thingy was not on.
Yeah.
It should.
Put your
It should
password
not-
on.
It should not be hard. Do I need to try and cover up my accent?
I'll say no for that matter, because
Okay.
I can't imagine if we're not having photos, there's no recordings either. So, it's all what they can write down and then what we review and make sure they don't misinterpret anything and review it. And then we give the final edits, or at least the other teams do. And then it goes out tomorrow. Sound
And
good?
what if Kipper, wherever he is, recognizes us? What do we do then?
Mm.
Kill him.
I wasn't talking to you.
And he just kind of
I still
looks
have an
up.
answer.
And he's like, well, we don't want him dead now, at least. But I don't think that will be much of an issue with what we've been gathering from the other teams working on that front.
18.
No. Team 18 has nothing to do with this right now. Team 13, though, has been undercovering a lot of things.
That is
If
what they
you
do.
insist.
Regardless, we'll be depending on you tonight to hold up to it, and if something does slip, the Major and I are there to keep things on track at least. And or tell them to nix whatever was said.
Alright. I'm ready for the interview.
Cool. You have an hour.
Alright. Well, let's
Okay.
practice.
And he walks out of the room.
Mine is pretty easy. It's kind of what my mom did. It should be easy for me. Lyric, do you want me to look over yours, and that way I can give you hints if need be?
I just really need to know what the hell a psychotherapist is.
When someone is sad, you try and talk them through the sadness or make them realize why they're sad. If someone is angry, the same. If someone's a drunken idiot, why do they drink? That sort of thing.
Wait, isn't that just a
So,
therapist?
so they're a bartender?
Kind of, but your goal is not to get them to drink more.
Fair enough. But I guess I kind of,
A
I
friend,
don't know, I guess this kind of fits anyways.
A friend, a confidant, that sort of thing is what a psychotherapist is.
Is there a difference between that and just a therapist?
What's a therapist?
Pretty much the
Feelings
same.
doctor.
Psychotherapist might be more along the lines of recognizing thoughts patterns and trying to help the client, the patient, realize them and try and get out of it. So if you think, damn, my life sucks every day because I tripped my toe or stubbed my toe, maybe, oh, this is a minor inconvenience, let's look on the bright side. That sort of thoughts, thinking sort of patterns, I believe.
So you're a bullshit
So it's
artist.
basically like what I mean, I guess, but I was gonna just say, isn't it kind of like what we've all been doing one-on-one whenever we all talk? I don't know about you guys, but everyone's got secrets here.
Not me, I'm an open book.
More or less
I
go with that
fully
thought
believe
process.
that.
It's a good thought process to go with. That should be an easier way to think about it.
Oh, actually, this might be important. What are all your names, in case they ask?
Apparently, I am Marcus Finch, which is weird considering you're the bird.
Lyra Dawnwhisper, apparently. Apparently, I am an artist who teaches young children and that sort of thing, and sings how.
What was it?
Lyra Dawnwhisper.
All right. Cool names. What about you, Sanji?
I'm Elwyn Nightfeather.
And I'm. Hold on, I can get back to the message. I'm Kieran Moonsong.
Kieran, you said?
Yes, Kieran Moonsong.
So I guess what Silas kind of explained what she's supposed to do already, and I guess we know what Lyric does. What are you supposed to be doing now, Sanchi?
Well, I'm a talented aviator and a drone engineer based in Waffler. I love the skies, which, I mean, I guess, yeah, they're pretty great.
Seem they pegged you as a stereotype. Isn't that
Yeah, I was
offensive?
about to say, that's
No,
kind of
they're
racist.
kind of right. You know, I don't hate them. Rather be up there than down here most of the time. But apparently I'm single, so I guess that's kind of a middle finger to me, but whatever. I'm just
Oh.
here until they...
If it makes you feel any better, my feathery friend, it's also that I am single. Still.
Well, aren't you?
Connor starts laughing.
Oh yeah, I heard about that this morning.
And Sanchi glances towards Silith.
That. Nothing
Silence will
happened.
just wink, won't say anything, just. She doesn't care what people think.
Sanchi will do like the owl wink thing.
Turn your head 360, then wink only one eye.
No, just blink with one
Wink
eye.
both eyes.
Beautiful.
Ugh.
And with
Do we
that,
also have to know their names, do you think?
Spears like chuckles. I'm Jackson
Chuckles.
Clay. Apparently,
Mr. Clay.
I am a mechanic in Cuckoo.
I could actually see that.
And he like almost
Okay.
glares and he goes, I'm much more studious than that.
I don't know what that means, but
Connor,
I could just see you doing a lot of things, Spears. Talented.
Connor laughs. He's like, I'm so screwed. Elias Reed, and I am a data analyst in Benedict with a knack for numbers, apparently.
I think I knew an Elias Reed and Benedict.
Oh, good question. I guess I'll find that out when I study it a bit more. And Wade's like, yeah, mine's pretty easy and on the nose. I'm Keelan Tidecaller. I'm a marine biologist in ESAIL.
I
I feel like
see.
they just went racist with you and Sanchi over here.
Well, with us being races that are not the most common, they gave us things that, I guess, would make the most sense.
And
Where
make-
our races are usually at. Most Tritons are in ESAIL nowadays, and marine biologists.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Lyra, what did they? What was your job?
Creative. Artist.
what?
That's creative. Artist, that sort of thing.
So when they made the Triton of marine biologists, they made the Alukin an avian. They made one of the Halistarians a psychic type person who uses spirituality. No, really, it says that in my notes here. And they give you they like decided one of us could be the outlier for the racial shit.
I feel like we should have had our swap. I do like to question things.
In fairness, you probably do want to blend, like, when you want your people not to stand out, you probably want to give them the most typical job they're found in.
I
And
guess.
Spears kind of speaks up. He goes, well, what I think is more accurate for those who got things that aren't really them, that's going to play into the other level of, I doubt any of us commoners that are now in the military would be used to being interviewed, which will give a sense of awkwardness anyways. So when we don't really know the job, it can be excused as just us being awkward.
Lyric, you might want to stay silent for a chunk of this.
I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping I could do that anyways. I was gonna if we were in a group, I was gonna have you do all the talking, or I was gonna hope that you would do all the talking.
Why?
You're the leader. And he just like puts his hand up, like nonchalantly, like, but of course.
It is true. I imagine
Yeah, that,
it'll be Commander Rylan Quantum to announce that, or Major Ilara Omelette. So, I mean, it's going to be known that you're the leader anyway, so they may have additional questions for you that will probably get nixed. But I don't
wonder if they'll
know.
ask about
I'm with
Rebecca.
these two. Hmm?
I wonder if they'll ask about our leader's haircut. It's so
Probably not.
perfectly flat. You put a
Wait.
level on it.
It's your standard military haircut.
Is it?
A few extra inches, but
I'm sure it represents some. I'm sure it goes
Not
with something
your
else.
choice.
But anyhow, either way, you guys have about an hour, and we have probably about 2 hours. So I'm going to go study.
Happy studying, Spears.
You do that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And
Aaron. Oh, wait, no, Jackson.
he just like sighs. He's like, "Oh, I hate that name." And he just goes into his room. And Connor and Wade are both sitting there, like, they go into their room and you hear them start role playing out their characters.
Oh, that's what they're all playing.
And with that, you four are left to your own devices right before the interview. And that is where we end tonight's session.
Woohoo.
Woo! We finished our first week of school. Yay!
1 week down.
Yep.
No.
Yes.
You know it.
Spoken like a grad student.
As of now, Lyric,
There.
your best class is your Constitution. You really like med. Good job.
The hands-on training. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Silence, yours is actually the same as well. You guys both have the same score in your med class.
Makes
Congrats.
sense. Woo!
Sanchi, your best class is actually Charisma.
Oh no.
All things considered. And
1 sec. I have the volume levels messed up here.
Sakin, yours is also pre-med. So there
Oh
you
boy.
go. That's what you guys have as your current rankings. Here, I'll even send it to you guys in the chat so you could see what your total scores were for the week. Here, I'll send you the whole beautiful spreadsheet. You guys can see it.
How are we gonna wait 2 weeks though? The interview sounds so good.
I know. You all will just have to wait and see. Dun, dun,
Shootskies.
dun.
Mhm.
But yeah. Well, go follow all of our social media where this week we have other posts that are great and you can see some fun art that hinted at what was going to happen at tonight's stream. Friday we have Sekiro with 0 at time. I think it's 7:30. Yeah, it's like at a time. I'm pretty sure. And then after that, next Monday, or yeah, do we have something on Monday? Do we have?
Moon Day, we sure do. We're playing more Deltarune.
Ooh, and then
Deltarune.
Wednesday we get to start a new game, but you guys will have to wait till Monday to hear about it. Sorry.
Oh, for real. It'll be so much fun. Definitely join our Discord, join our YouTube too. Because
Choo-choo-choo.
Zero and I are definitely going to be talking about things that make us very sad, i.e., One Piece, in the
Ooh.
Discord.
Aw.
Big
So
oof,
sad.
big oof. They deserve the break though. But
They
alright,
do.
y'all.
The animators do deserve the break. I'm not sad about that.
Yeah.
I'm sad about me.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do when I catch up in literally 200 episodes?
Woo! All right. Well, good night, everyone. Thank you for sticking around a little later. I appreciate it. And we
Yeah.
will see you next time. Toodles.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, boy.